Hey YouTube, Bowman 1951 coming back at you on Football Sunday. How's everybody doing today? Just showing off some 1951 Bowman set building cards I received from eBay this week, and I went thrift shop hunting the other day. Came across this framed Norman Rockwell painting that's extremely famous. Many of you probably seen this before. Not a really big fan of the frame, which I can change out, but for $3 I figured I'd pick this up. Also grabbed a pack of cards they had hanging there and ended up with a Jose Ramirez rookie, Javier Baez rookie, and a few others that for $3 I definitely will make my money back on. And I'm already putting together my next batch to ComC where I'll sell those cards. But let's head on over to the sorting table and take a look at some of these cards. All right, back over at the baseball table. What I've got out here in front of you is another package. These were all from the same eBay seller from the batter's box in Tomball, Texas. I think I said that right. So we've got 7 1951 Bowmans to show off today. And I just thought I'd randomly put out 2 Goudies here. So that Fred Leach on the left is a 1933 Goudie. Let's take it off the stand here and I'll show it to you. So this is the only Goudie card I own from the 30s. But then you've got this Holiday from 2009 with the exact same colors and everything. That's the green that the card is supposed to be at. So these are basically the same cards, but it's a little over, what, 66 years apart. Sorry, 76 years. So yeah, I just figured I'd put up something different today instead of some 51 Bowmans in the background. But let's rip this package open off camera and get started. Alright, so we've got them all unwrapped here, all 7 cards. Looks like Batter's Box attempted to sell these maybe in a show or in a store at some point. I'm going to start with the lowest grades. They only range from 5 through 6. So I've got a bunch of 5s that were well centered, as well as 6s towards the end. So let's take a look at the first card. First up is a Jimmy Dykes, number 226. Is he manager? Let's take a look here. I read about some of them because I'm always looking for who was in the service and who wasn't. Began pro ball in 1917. Wow. So yeah, he was a manager piloting his old team, the A's. So I think they were in Philadelphia in 1951, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely hadn't moved to Oakland yet. We have a 5 for Al Zarilla. Looks like Chicago White Sox. Take a look at the back here. This one's in pretty good shape. He was in the service for 1 year, so thank you, Al. Card looks good on the back. I'm surprised it's got a 5. It's in a new holder, so they seem to be tougher on the new holders there. And as you can see, the sticker I was talking about on the front, they crossed out to sell on eBay. I have these little numbers on the back too, probably for internal inventory. Let's get another 5 for Paul Leonard. Gosh, I am not sure. Oh, it is the Philadelphia Athletics. I see that at the top now. And everybody always forgets, I brought this up in other videos, there was a team called the St. Louis Browns. Nothing mentioned about the service here for Mr. Leonard. Card number 8. I'm trying to sort of fill out my set from beginning to end now. If you're familiar with 51 Bowmans, like most sets, they have a high number series that are much more difficult and expensive to get in higher grades. And it's like the last 50 cards or so of the set. But I noticed I didn't have a lot of the beginning of the set. Now, there's a Whitey Ford and a Yogi Berra in number 1 and number 2. So, you know, there's some expensive cards. I think Robin Roberts might be in the first 10. So, other than the Berra that I have, this is the first one I have in the top 10 of the set. Now, this is not a common. I think many of you have heard of Hank Sauer before. Great centering on this card. A 5.5, card number 22. Again, I was looking for some that to front fill what I didn't have. And when I was looking at this, I thought I saw some paper loss here. Might be harder to see on camera. You see a little bit there at the bottom. That's probably what counted it as the 0.5. I never care about the backs, so that's fine by me. It looks beautiful on the front. And it's going into the set registry. All right, we're up to our 6s. So card number 163, Monte Kennedy. Is he with the New York Giants? I believe so. Yes, sir. He had 12 and 14 record in 1950. Card looks great on the back. Doesn't look like anything's mentioned about him being in service. I know I do have one more coming up. These last 2 cards. And it's this guy. Card number 152, Cal Abrams, Brooklyn Dodgers. That card is fairly beautiful. A little off-centered top to bottom, but coloring is spectacular. Always love the different backgrounds on these and the paintings. They're so different. Some have the sky. This one looks like it was set up alongside of a tiled wall. So whatever artist did this decided to do it in orange. Got a little issue in the upper right there. Probably a wax stain from a pack. But everything else is wonderful. And Mr. Abrams was in the service for 3 years. So again, thank you for your service, Cal Abrams. And this will be a great addition. I love 6s. That's really what I shoot for. But I bought, like I said, I bought all these from the same seller, and he had some 5s that were well centered, so it doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, my rating overall will be hurt, and I won't be entering the top 10 in set registries anytime soon. But 5s are just fine by me for now, and then ultimately I will upgrade in the future. So last card of this batch is a 51 Bowman Hank Arft. Card number 173 in a 6 in a newer PSA holder. Off center from left to right, just a smidge. Getting great coloring on the front here. Good green wooden background. At least that's what I would think it would be. And likely it was a green tinge when it first started. Played for the St. Louis Browns. Such a weird name to say. They called him Hank Bow Wow. Long before the 90s rapper, Lil Bow Wow. Some other stats for you there. They nicknamed the team the Brownies, which I've never heard of before. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I had some other few things to show you, but I think I'll hold off for another video and just focus on the 51 Bowmans for this one. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, as the set build continues on. Let's see, this will put me about 22 to 23% complete. And again, that's all just my PSA set registry ones. I do have maybe 10 raw cards that either I will get graded or they're just in too crappy a shape to ever send off. And I'll probably come back with 1 or 2, which I'm trying to avoid unless they're Willie Mays or Hank Aaron. I'm sorry, Mickey Mantle for the set build. But again, appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll be watching some of your videos as well. Talk to you soon.